Some of you hearing this today, it might be that you have to go no contact. Some of you, it might be you need to walk out the door and never come back. Some of you, it might just mean you need to learn more about it to be able to help you rewire your mindset, to be able to help you rewire the brain, to help you rewire the story that you're telling yourself so you actually can leave. Some of you, it's taking back your power, your clarity, your confidence, understanding who you actually are. Like this one message isn't saying one blanket statement of do this. It's saying, how long will you sit in indecision? A lot of times when people sit in indecision, it's because they're afraid of the outcome or they're afraid that they don't actually know what's coming up next. Welcome to life. We don't know what's coming up next. We don't. The only thing you can look at is the facts of where you are, and you can make the best decision moving forward. But sometimes the direction that you actually want to go will not unlock until you actually make a step, until you actually go in a direction. Until you actually move in a direction, you won't actually see the direction you're supposed to go. A lot of times people sit and they want to be like, let me take a look and look at all the options, figure out what is the best option for me, and then I'll make the decision. And half the time they spend so long deciding that the right decision actually passed them by, and then they're left kind of scrambling. Like, you need to be able to understand, like, a big aspect of this is people do not make a decision. This entire year, 2023, I've been on a journey myself of trying to close the gap on when I hear and when I know what I'm supposed to do versus when I act on it. Beginning of the year, it was a pretty big gap. Throughout the year, it's been shortening and shortening and shortening, closer and closer of when I actually know this is what I'm supposed to do, I do it. It's interesting. We were sitting in church today and the pastor was going through a couple of different things. And he said one thing that was really interesting, and I wrote it down. He said, faith is the aspect of when you can't see, you move. And there's a piece of you today that you can't see the next step. You don't know what the narcissist is going to do next. You don't know what's actually going to happen, yes. But you do know that there is a possibility of you actually being healed, healthy, happy, and whole. There's a possibility. There's a version of you out there that can actually be the person that you want to be, the person that stands in power and confidence and clarity, showing up for your kids, showing up as the mom that they actually need. Not because you're fixing yourself for them, but you're fixing yourself and you're growing yourself. And out of the overflow of your growth comes their redemption, comes their growth, comes them being saved from the aspect of being sucked into more toxicity. But you have to make a move. And you have to make a decision. 6 months. How many more months will you be stuck in a decision? You're like, I don't know the right steps. I don't know the right direction. We offer that direction. We're not the only direction. If you don't want to work with us, then go work with someone else. That's totally fine. I'm not saying you have to go either way. If you want to work with us, you can go to rawmotivation.com. You can grab a one-on-one. We can talk. We can see where you might be a good fit. Or if you're like, hey, I'm just learning about this. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know about narcissism enough to even know this. Then you can click the link in the bio, 7-day challenge, escapetoxicity.com, to help you just understand and to make the next step moving forward. Like, regardless if you work with us or if you work with someone else, what you need to know is if nothing changes, nothing changes. And you will be in the exact same spot. Some people are like, I don't need to work on this. I don't need to fix this. I don't need to heal in this direction. We provide one avenue, one opportunity. There's many other coaches, many other therapists out there that provide many other avenues, opportunities. I don't do that. I provide one. This is the direction. This is how we actually work with you, step by step. Had a couple of people over the past year because we've been coaching now. It's going to be going on 2 years. That's it. But coaching now going on 2 years. I had a couple people about a year after like the first session I ever did with them came back. And they were like, I should have listened. I should have gone no contact. One of them got sucked back into the relationship. She almost died because of what it did to her body. The other one got sucked back in about 3 or 4 times. It wreaked havoc on her life and how she was able to connect with her kids and lost connection with some of the kids because of it. I didn't judge them. I didn't say, hey, no, you should have. Just said, how can I help? Because sometimes you have to get to the place and you have to get to the point where the pain becomes so bad that it does produce a response and it does produce a decision. But until you get to the place where it produces a decision in your life, you will always stay stuck. And until you get out of the fog, you will always stay stuck. And until you acknowledge the truth of what's actually happening, you will always stay stuck. How long do you want to stay stuck? How long do you want to stay confused? This piece is not an easy journey. I don't tell people it's easy. I don't tell people that they get fixed instantly or quickly. But if you do the work, if you put in the effort on a consistent basis, you always win. I've seen it. I've seen it in my life. I've seen it in others' lives. I've seen it in thousands of people's lives that have come through different programs that show up consistently. That there's a difference. Like, this whole piece you have to understand is, one, about making a decision, and two, showing up consistently for you. The hard part is a lot of people won't do it. We provide the tools, the systems, and the tracking to keep you consistent. But it's just an opportunity. It's not an obligation. It's an opportunity for you to move forward and to start rewiring your mindset, to change the thought process that you believe about that toxic person, that maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe he actually did love you. Maybe, and all these thoughts, maybe you're the one that caused it. All these thoughts that start to confuse you. What decision are you going to make today? What decision are you going to make to move forward in your growth, in your healing, in your change, and your development? You have a choice. What is that choice going to be? At the end of the day, you need to move forward, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. Whether you decide to work with us at Raw Motivations, or in our Thriver community, or jumping in one of our challenges, or whether you decide to work with someone else, you still have to make a decision for you. You still have to make a decision for your growth, for your development. Until you do that, you'll be watching me in another 6 months in the exact same place. How long will you take to start investing into you? Developing you, growing you, rewiring the story that you believe that sells you a different version of reality. The version that says that I'm not good enough. The version that says I could have done better and he would have loved me. The version that says if I would have done this better, then he wouldn't have cheated on me. The version that says maybe I just communicated poorly and that's why he left me. They're all lies.